Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're just tuned in on my channel for the very first time, my name is Dorothy Shitang and I'm a pharmacist living and practicing in Nigeria. So today's episode of Pharma Talk, I am going to be debunking some myth or some claims that some promoters have been making on the use of boric acid. So basically, boric acid have been trending for the past 3 to 6 months online, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of these social media pages. There has been a whole lot of promotions on the use of boric acid. However, I've taken out time to, look out for some of the things or the claims that these people have. I'm sure it's not coming from the company, it's coming from individuals who are sellers, who are retailers, who are trying to sell their products. And a lot of them have been going about saying things like boric acid is going to help you manage vaginal odor. Boric acid is going to help you, take care of vaginal dryness. Boric acid is going to help you, smell fresh down there. The first thing I'm going to be debunking is the fact that boric acid is going to help you take care of vaginal dryness. On the contrary, it is not going to take care of that. First off, you need to understand that boric acid is an astringent, which means for astringent product, they tend to, dry off, moisture, right? So it means if an astringent compound goes into an area, it's going to mop up, unnecessary, fluids in that area, and it means that that area is going to be dry. And this is contrary to the claims that the use of boric acid is going to help you take care of vaginal dryness. Secondly, there is also another claim that boric acid is going to help you take care of vaginal odors, and that is another interesting no. So even if you are treating a yeast infection, most of the time for yeast infections you tend to experience some form of vaginal discharge. However, there is usually nothing like any foul smell coming out of it. So if you are having a discharge that is accompanied with a vaginal odor, it tells you that it isn't even a yeast infection. It's most probably implicated in a bacterial vaginosis. So you may want to get yourself tested first before using boric acid. And moving on, let me just clear the air that boric acid is basically the second line treatment for yeast infection. It's not the first point of call. Why? Because there are other antifungal medications that can be taken and can be used to take care of yeast infections. So the only time where boric acid comes in is in situations whereby it's a chronic yeast infection or it's a recurrent yeast infection. So take for instance, you've treated a yeast infection and then it recurs again. In such instance, you may want to use boric acid, but boric acid shouldn't be the first line. Have you tried using other antifungals like the fluconazole or miconazole topically and the rest? All of these medications are available for the treatment of yeast, and boric acid will only come in when these other plans have failed. So you don't want to jump from step 1 to step 3 when there is a step 1. So boric acid is like step 2 in the treatment of yeast infections and not basically step 1. So if there are other questions that you would want me to answer with regards to boric acid, I would be glad to answer those questions. So in the meantime, I want to believe that I'm able to learn a thing or two from this video, that boric acid doesn't take care of vaginal dryness, and boric acid does not make your vagina smell fresh down there. Until I come your way next week, do take care of yourselves and